You are born into chaos, not woken, born, dropped into a dark, cramped den beneath a frozen hillside. You're a shivering tube of fur between two confused siblings. Your mother, a 400-pound skeleton with fur who hasn't eaten in months. She curls around you, giving everything she has left to keep you alive. You're blind, helpless, and blissfully unaware that outside is a death trap full of things that would gladly snack on you. Life is simple. Squeak, suckle, sleep, repeat. But winter doesn't last forever. One day, your mother decided it was time and opened the entrance to the den with her claws. Light floods in like a punch, and before you can scream, she throws you out into the world. It's brutal. The forest slaps you with cold, blinds you with brightness, and overwhelms you with smells you can't name. Welcome to the forest. Nobody cares you were just born. It's spring. Your siblings pause sliding on melting ice, and it's when you realize something crucial. You're snack-sized, small, software delicious. And out here, that's a problem. Your mother isn't here to make you feel safe. It's to make sure you don't die stupid. From the moment you leave the den, she teaches you the fine art of survival. One day, you're busy gnawing a stick and Mom just stops. Her muscles lock, nostrils flare. You pause too. A growl, deep, close. Wolves. They explode from the brush. Yellow eyes, foam, teeth. You freeze. But Mom, she rises up like a mountain coming alive. Her roar cracks through the forest like thunder. She charges, claws out, and chaos follows. One wolf goes down in a blur of fur and red. The others hesitate. Wrong move. She doesn't just fight. She dominates. When it's over, she's breathing hard. Her fur soaked in someone else's blood. She doesn't comfort you, doesn't nuzzle your face or lick your tears. She just stares, then turns back to the woods. Lesson delivered. Out here, softness gets you killed. By summer, you're trying to figure it out. You watch Mom dig for roots, rip logs for beetles, and dive into icy rivers. You try to mimic her. Your first attempt, you belly flop onto a rock, thinking it's a fish. The trout vanish. Mom doesn't scold you, just gives you that long, disappointed stare that says everything. The forest doesn't slow down. If you fall behind, you disappear. Your first kill happens fast. When you were eating blueberries from the bush, you noticed a chipmunk. Instinct kicks in. You lunge, awkward, unsteady, and somehow connect. It squeaks once, then silence. You stare down. It's barely the size of your paw, chest twitching, broken. For a second, you hesitate. Then you remember Mom, her roar, her force, and you do what she'd do. You bite. It ends. It's clumsy, cruel. Nothing like the clean kills you've seen, but it's real. The blood in your mouth proves it, and you can't forget the taste. You smell it before you see it. Something sweet and golden drifting through the trees like a promise. You follow your nose, stepping clumsily over roots, until you find it. A hive. You've seen Mom go after honey before. She made it look easy. A few swipes, a few stings, and sticky victory. You swipe, hard. The hive splits. The hum rises into a roar. Then the pain starts. Tiny burning needles bury into your snout, your ears, your neck. You panic, swing, stagger. The sky fills with wings. You run, blind and roaring, into the underbrush, flailing like you're on fire. You throw yourself into a creek. Finally, silence, breath, wet fur, swollen face. You stare down at your paws, empty. No honey, no reward, just welts. The forest doesn't just punish weakness, it punishes greedy. You study Mom, how she waits, how she moves. You pick it up fast, not by choice, but because hesitation means hunger. Out here, the forest doesn't forgive. Every meal is a fight. It starts like any other hunt. You follow Mom through the trees, her steps silent, nose high. Then you see it. A massive bull moose grazing by the river. She crouches low. You do the same, heart pounding. She charges, but the moose doesn't run. It turns. Antlers crash into her side like a tree falling sideways. She stumbles, roars, swipes, but it's not enough. Blood stains the ground. The moose bolts, vanishing into the brush. Mom limps away, breathing hard, leaving a red trail behind her. For the first time, you realize she's not invincible. She doesn't vanish, not completely. You see her one last time limping into the trees, one shoulder torn and bleeding. She doesn't look back. Maybe she knows she won't make it. Maybe she doesn't want you to watch. And just like that, your world shifts. The forest stretches wider. The silence grows heavier. You stumble, misjudge, nearly become prey. You learn fast, or disappear. Then one day, luck, a fresh deer carcass, still warm. You dive in like it's your right, but before the blood dries on your jaws, you hear it. Branches snap. Another bear, bigger, starving. He charges. You run. You're faster, barely. You escape with nothing but breath and fear. The forest doesn't care who's hungry. If you want to eat, you fight for it. By your fourth year, you've changed. 700 pounds of muscle and memory. Smaller predators vanish when you pass. Young bears hesitate. One afternoon, you find a juvenile at a carcass. He sees you, freezes. You stare, say nothing. He bolts. You don't chase. The food is yours. You've turned into the predator you used to be afraid of. By your 8th year, you're fully grown, nearly 8 feet tall on your hind legs and tipping the scale at 1,200 pounds. Fat, muscle, and scar tissue have replaced every ounce of softness you once had. Your jaw can crack bone. Your patience? Gone. The forest gives you nothing you haven't taken by force. Then comes spring. The rivers rise. The air smells like pollen, wet bark, thawed rot, and something else. A scent that cuts through everything like smoke through cold air. A female. You follow it without thinking. Not because you want to, because you have to. It drags something up from deep inside your chest. Something primal, something older than fear. But you're not alone. Another male stalks the same trail. He's heavier. He doesn't slow down when he sees you. He doesn't need to. He's done this before. You don't roar. You don't threaten. There's no warning. You meet like falling trees. The fight is chaos. Claws, teeth, weight slamming into weight. You take a gash across the ribs. You give one back across his throat. You're both bleeding. You're both panting. But only one of you breaks. He stumbles. Hesitates. You don't. When he disappears into the trees, leaking red and limping hard, you don't watch him go. She's waiting. There's no greeting. No ceremony. Just heat and breath and gravity. The forest turns quiet around you, as if holding its breath. You don't know if she chose you, or if it simply had to happen. By morning, she's gone. You don't follow. You don't wonder where she went. You don't look for her. The forest doesn't care about love. Only survival. Only continuation. The seasons blur. Spring melts into summer, fades into frost, returns again before you notice. Your bulk feels heavier. Your reflexes slower. Scars itch in the cold like old ghosts. Bones click when you rise. Fights still happen. Over food, over space, sometimes over nothing at all. But now they end with you limping, wheezing, dripping more blood than you used to. Younger bears don't flinch like before. They hold your gaze longer, step closer. They smell it on you, the fatigue, the edge softening. They're not afraid, not yet, but almost. You still win. You're still a force, but each victory leaves more cracks. Your breath takes longer to steady. The cold bites deeper. You start avoiding certain trails, certain confrontations. One evening, after a brutal clash, you don't chase. You don't finish. You just turn away. Not because you're merciful, because you're tired. The forest notices. It always does, and it waits. The snow returns. Your joints ache before it even touches the ground. You find your way back to a den you haven't used in years. It's smaller than you remember, or maybe you're just bigger, or heavier. You lower yourself inside, bones cracking with the effort. Every breath is slower, deeper. Each exhale feels like it takes more than it gives. You don't feel fear, just silence. Just cold in your bones where fire used to live. Memories flicker. The roar of your mother, the warmth of spring, the sting of bees. But they fade as quickly as they come. The world forgets you even before you're gone. You've outlasted most, outfought more. But out here there are no legends, no legacy, just bone, soil, and the rhythm of hunger. The forest doesn't mourn its monsters. It doesn't remember them. It replaces them. Life as a grizzly bear might be rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.